that Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia will now be in CBI custody till the 4th of March for questioning. That on the orders of a Delhi court, a CBI court. He was arrested yesterday, that's on Sunday, in connection with alleged corruption in the now-withdrawn liquor policy of Delhi, and is now going to be in the CBI headquarters, in the custody of the CBI for the next 4 days.
So this is a big blow as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, a huge blow to the party. The number 2 as far as the party is concerned, now in the CBI custody till 4th March. Very quickly, in fact, let's just tell our viewers what all happened today. The Aam Aadmi Party came out in huge numbers to protest, not only just in Delhi, but in other places as well. Key points as far as the alleged liquor scam is concerned: the CBI investigating the kickbacks to the tune of 30 crore rupees, and the draft note which was recovered from the computer of Mr. Sisodia, which shows the profit margin clause was changed from 5% to 12%. So all those points are being at this moment being investigated by the CBI. In fact, Manish Sisodia's lawyers tried to make a point. Mr. Dan Krishnan, who represented Manish Sisodia, also questioned the inability of the CBI, the grounds for remand. They said that there are no grounds for arrest, no grounds for remand. Their case, and I'm quoting him here, is that I did not confess. They expect me to answer the way they want. There cannot be self-incrimination. That is what the legal protection you get under the
All
Indian
right,
law.
we have now joining us on left, right and centre, Manjinder Singh Sirsa, spokesperson, former MLA of the BJP, Abhinandita Mathur, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, Aman Lekhi, senior advocate of the Supreme Court, former additional Solicitor General, and Sujata Paul, spokesperson of the Congress. Perhaps we should start with the Congress, simply because we've now just gotten a reaction. We've seen a new fresh tweet from Jairam Ramesh of the Congress, and I think also Mr. Khadge, who has tweeted saying that the Congress is coming out in support of Manish Sisodia. Well, they actually haven't gone as far as to say that, because they haven't taken his name, but they have said that they agree, and repeatedly they have said so in the past, that the BJP continues to use central agencies to crack down on opposition leaders. It has taken a good 12 hours, ma'am, for the Congress to come up with this statement. And I ask this because it comes at 24 hours after the Congress again made a pitch for opposition unity to take on the BJP.
Look, as far as the liquor scam is concerned, it is the Congress party which had broken it. So, talking about it in this manner would not really serve the purpose. But of course, we know that the Bharatiya Janata Party has always come up heavily on the opposition, because they want to suppress voices, and that is the way they work. So the fact is that if there has been a corruption, then that needs to be investigated. If you talk about the Aam Aadmi Party, they accused the Sheila Dikshit government of corruption, but were they able to prove anything? No. But when you talk about what is happening today in the country, it is surprising to see the manner in which the government goes after everybody. So it is selective targeting to destroy the opposition completely, and it wants just one party in this nation, which is not going to happen no matter how much they try.
Abhinandita Mathur, you've worked closely with Manish Sisodia in several capacities as well. How big a blow is Manish Sisodia getting arrested? He was handling 18 of the 33 portfolios in the government of Delhi. While you make a political pitch about him being targeted, but Mr. Sisodia, after Mr. Satyendra Jain, now the 2 pillars of the Delhi model have been demolished by the agencies.
Yes, I don't think I can deny at all that this is a big blow for us. In fact, it is a big blow for Delhi and its citizens. Mr. Sisodia is a very precious leader. He's a very, very special human being. He's a very kind person, and he's also a very able minister. So certainly this loss is going to be felt by us. But having said that, we also believe in him. We think that he's a strong person and he will come out clean.
Ma'am, though Ms. Mathur, I just want to ask you, the charges made by the CBI in court today really about that draft policy, the change in the profit percentage from 2 or 5 to 12, there's really been no explanation though from the Aam Aadmi Party about responding to the CBI's charges, that there's no record of any conversation, any debate, any discussion as to how it went from 2 to 5. Can you add something on that?
Yes.
Shed some light on that?
Yeah, allow me to share our submissions to begin with. Look, we actually think that these are not, tenable enough grounds for arrest of Mr. Sisodia. Particularly if you look at, mostly we've spoken about this 5% to 12% hike. Now, in this case, it is the LG who approves the policy and then becomes the complainant. The note that was sent to the Honorable LG actually had this, this mark up from 5% to 12%. So certainly the LG was a part of that policy. The policy was also put in the public domain as it should be.
Fair enough, ma'am. That's what the AAP lawyers
I think that
pointed out in court, but it doesn't answer the question.
A fundamental thing here is that is what I'm saying. The fundamental thing here is that the basic grounds that have been, that have been used to arrest Mr. Sisodia, according to us, are not tenable in law. Because, I'm repeating this, because the 5% to 12% was not done by only the elected government.
That wasn't the question in the first place, ma'am. The question was about, was there any discussion, as there is normally about policy in governance? Because the CBI claims there's no record of this.
Well, imagine if a file has gone to the Honorable LG and you know the dynamic between the Delhi LG and the elected government, there's obviously some either back and forth or discussion. He wouldn't do something he didn't agree with.
Okay.
I think
Let me get in Mr. Sirsa on this. But the fact remains, ma'am, that those grounds, the similar grounds have been raised today in the court, which have not been accepted by the court. And that is why Mr. Sisodia has been given the 5-day custodial interrogation to the CBI. And the fact also remains, even if you make an argument that it was sent to LG and LG approved it, that doesn't absolve a minister from doing whatever he's doing. I mean, you can make a charge that LG should also be made party as far as this case investigation is concerned.
Which is what they're saying. Why aren't questions asked against the LG? Let's ask Mr. Sirsa to come in on that.
Yes, that's the question, Mr. Sirsa, that the Aam Aadmi Party is asking. If the LG approved it and the LG is an appointee by the central government, well, why aren't questions being asked of the former LG?
And the irony here, Mr. Sirsa, is the fact that this entire investigation was ordered by the LG, who the Aam Aadmi Party is saying is party to these decisions being made on this policy. In fact, not party. He has to sign off on it. So how can he be the complainant launching an investigation?
So it's a very interesting part of the debate. First of all, I must remind Ms. Mathur here that what is the main objection to this policy is that while this policy was drafted, there was no such clause that from 2% and from 5%, it will be statewide raised to 12%. Now, the important part of this is who will get this 12% commission? Are those people are in a bidding mode? Will they come for auction?
Appointed by the centre. Did the LG clear off this policy or not? And why didn't he?
Please, Mathur, Miss, let me complete it. And have you been talking from last 10, 12 minutes? Nobody objected to it.
I'm not interrupting you.
Please.
I'm not the one.
No, I am, Sarah Jacob. I'm asking you to stick to we're out of time, so I need you to actually just stick to the question. The question is, was the LG aware or not? You are asking these questions of the Aam Aadmi Party. Should these questions not be asked to the LG who is appointed by the centre?
No, that is the clear preview of the elected government to take a decision. If it is so, then why they were blaming that Sheila Dikshit is the culprit, then it means that Lieutenant Governor has done wrong thing. Nothing was done by Sheila Dikshit. And why they are arresting, the Vigilance of Punjab is arresting a former minister there because
the Lieutenant Governor in that case was not the complainant.
But
that's a very interesting argument. You are saying that this is the purview of the elected government. Then sending teachers to Finland is also the purview of the elected government. Then why is the Lieutenant Governor coming in and stopping that order?
Governor
so the LG will choose.
Lieutenant Governor can ask for a clarification, but Lieutenant Governor cannot stop your decision. And same is here, these asking for a clarification.
All the time.
There are multiple decisions which have been overturned by the Lieutenant Governor.
Yes,
if you want, I can list them.
Yes, that he can ask for a clarification. But it is not that it is a preview of the elected government.
So the Lieutenant Governor decided not to take any clarification on this policy.
Reason being because the point from 2% to 5% was not part of a draft policy. If you have heard about what CBI told in the court, it was later amended. And how it was amended? It was amended with a power which the Chief Minister says that I have constituted a three-member committee, high-powered ministerial committee,
GOM, yes.
and they will take a decision. So it was without the consent of anybody. It was a mere decision of three ministers, which is Tendar Jain, Mr. Gehlot, Arvind Manish Sisodia. So for what was the reason for
Abhinandan Mathur, the fact remains that all these arguments now will be presented in front of the court. Neither you can give him a clean sheet nor the BJP can call him a convict till the time the court decides so. But the fact remains, ma'am, the fact remains that every time the question is asked of the Aam Aadmi Party on the liquor policy, the Aam Aadmi Party starts talking about Manish Sisodia, the great education reformer. Ma'am, this is just political optics, isn't it? He's not being questioned for his education policy. He's being questioned as the excise minister of Delhi.
Okay. One, I did not actually mention the education policy in this conversation. Other thing is that we must not lose sight of the fact that there is a larger political context in which all this is emerging, right? What we are seeing is, and why we call this selective vendetta, is because there are many allegations, and mind you, these are just allegations at the moment. There are many allegations on many politicians or many people, many officers and so on, or people. None of those allegations are pursued in the way that this particular case is being pursued. And again, I would like to repeat, it's so ironic that the person who signed off and who boasts of being the main administrator of Delhi becomes the complainant. This is a very unique situation. I am not denying that the investigation should happen and we will fully cooperate. The only thing that we are trying to highlight here is that BJP is conveniently attacking the Aam Aadmi Party over one thing or another. Their narrative doesn't stake. Now they're using ED and so on. And this is for everyone to see. I don't think that, anybody would lose sight of the fact that there is a very, tense political atmosphere in the country today.
All right, thank you so much to all our guests. Sir, I'm completely out of time. I'm sorry, I will have to wrap this up because we'll
continue the discussion in the next hour. But for now, we just need to take a break. We'll come back to you for more on this.